Hello, and welcome to the Girlfriends After Show. I'm gonna blank all of a sudden. Girlfriends After Show. I was going to say episode 2, but I messed that up, of course. But this is real talk. This is the Girlfriends After Show. I'm James Lott Jr., your host. And we're talking about the TV show Girlfriends. We're doing season 1. And right now I'm doing episode 2. Like I said, some episodes I will be doing multiple at one time, and sometimes I'll do one at a time for specific reasons. This one is called One Night Stand. This is real life, kids. I got stuff going on at the same time because we're doing these at Zoom at home. Normally I'd be in a studio or some other kind of thing, but right now, because of shelter at home, I'm doing these from home. And if you're listening to this podcast, hello, podcast listener, thank you for listening to this. Thank you for the downloads and spins. It's been wonderful. I love doing the show. The fans wanted the show, so I'm trying to bring it to you. So yeah, so this episode aired, this is season 1, episode 2. It aired 9/18/2000. That's like 10 years ago. And I titled this podcast episode as Honest Talk About Black Women's Needs. I think it's very sexual needs. It's very interesting. This show is so groundbreaking in how it portrayed its women and Black women in particular. So this one's called One Night Stand, question mark. Take a little sip first. I'm drinking mango lemonade. It's really good. We're very excited. So we open up because we're still learning about the group because we just met them in the previous episode. We have Lynn and Joan talking about her shower because Joan has Lynn living with her. Of course, we're getting the idea she's kind of a mooch, but she's helpful and they're friends. And talk about the shower settings and what they do for a woman. Lynn, we find out, is kind of the more open sexually person. Joan, maybe not so much. She has to be kind of thrown into it. We're at 847 restaurant again. Their favorite place to eat. Every place has like their place they go to, and the show has that. We learn a little more about William. We met him the last episode. We don't really know that much about him, but we're learning he's kind of a nerd. And let me say that in a good way, of course. Joan hasn't had sex in a year. And everybody from the whole thing, she has a 3-month rule. This 3-month rule plays heavily in this series when it comes to her. It totally does. Again, Tony is kind of the gold digger. And I sit in quotes because at some point we're going to see that she's not just that. But right now, she's being presented as the gold digger into money. And we learned through the conversation, just like a quick kind of back and forth, Maya was a teenage mother. We have not met Jabari yet, and that whole Tony, not remember Jabari's name, go to YouTube. It's called Jabari or Whatever, and it is hilarious. Oh, it's the running joke. She can never remember his name. I think she remembers it one time. But we don't even know about him yet. We just know she was a teenage mother. Okay. Because I figured out the age range. The 3 girls also went to college together. So I'm assuming mine's a little younger at this point. We meet Davis, the owner, which that turns into a storyline plot later too. The restaurant, and I noticed this is another thing you start noticing. I'm gonna keep mentioning this to you guys out there every time I see something different, because now I'm really watching the show to take notes. Before I just watched it for fun, but now I'm really watching it for notes. 847 looks very different in these episodes. It looks like a cafeteria. They have like these cafeteria-style chairs and tables. It gets totally upgraded later. But I just had a very different look. It has like an outdoor seating feeling indoors. So that's kind of how I do that. Davis flirts with Joan. The girl suggests sex. Lynn suggests one night stand, which I think is a ballsy thing to talk about, especially 10 years ago. Second City was doing that too. And it was very ballsy for women to talk about getting their needs met and about one-night stands. One-night stands are always viewed as kind of like, it'd be cheap and easy. But the way they're presenting it in this episode is like, you need to get your needs met. You're a woman. You're not hurting anybody. It could be a great thing for you, very uplifting, positive experience for you. But we learned this whole idea when they're talking that Maya is married and his name is Darnell. You haven't met Darnell yet. So she has it. So we found she's a teenage mother. We have no idea what age the child is, and she has a man named Darnell. Then they go into this whole thing, which I'm glad. This is what Girlfriends did the whole series. They bring up the issues that we all talk about, and this was about the Black men being well endowed. Now I'm a Black man, of course. I'll just sip my tea. Leave it at that. Joan does the break the fourth wall thing and talk to us, and do that funny little exchange. We meet several black men talking about why they're always holding their junk. It's hilarious, pretty funny. They do that. Joan ends up holding all the girls' purses, and which has happened. The girls run off to do other things, and William suggests, because this is how William is, to a sex pact. Now, watching this episode, because I've watched the whole series, and I tell you, that storyline arc we're going to talk about later when we get to it, we're going to talk about it. So to me, it's just very interesting to see the seeds of some stuff now, early on, knowing what's going to come later, and how, let's say that too. Joan is bold and asks Davis to take her home. She feigns that she's drank too much. She's a lawyer, so she brings up the liability issue. And so, it's just fine. She asks him, Davis, when they are there at the house, to sleep with her. Turns out he's engaged. But the girls walk in on him getting dressed in Joan in a robe, which leads them to believe they had sex. And Davis and Joan didn't really dismiss that. Back at the office, William and Joan are eating Chinese food, and I'm noticing all this stuff. These takeout containers, they're a pretty blue color. I've never seen that color before in a Chinese takeout container. They're really pretty. I don't know how they found them. They're really cute. He let you know that Davis and his engagement is broken. It's over. And he kind of intimates he knows it's her. And then Joan admits to Maya it was a lie, because Maya's here, he has a judgment about it, of course, too. Joan tries to go apologize to Davis, and he's totally cold. He's cold. Joan tries again, but being the lawyer that she is, it's pretty funny. She brings in an affidavit for him to show his girlfriend, and then Davis admits that him and his girlfriend's fiance have had problems way before Joan, which, that happens in life, right, also. And he asks her out. She talks to us, and she's like, yes, all right. Then she tells him no. Kind of funny. And at the very end, they always do like a little thing at the end. Like they'll have the main story, they'll have the beginning, then they have the intro, then they have the main story, commercial, main story, commercial, and at the end of it, a little thing at the end, a little bumper at the end. And Joan has a new shower massager to lead us to believe something's going to go down. Well, literally. And that was the show. It was fun. It was very interesting. We had a lot of things set up in this episode. We got to know more about Joan, who she is, mainly in this episode. There wasn't really any Tony story or Lynn story. It was like mainly it was Joan, and we're establishing Joan. She's the glue of the girlfriend. She's the main one, and we're learning this. The whole series, to me, her storyline was kind of about her thinking one thing and believing that her life should be a certain thing, and then finding out later that life doesn't always work out that way. And she takes a lot of turns in this season and in the series, and she takes a lot of turns in her romantic life. So this is kind of a foreshadowing of kind of what Joan's going to go through throughout the whole series. So I like it. But I thought it was lovely, honest talk about sex and stuff on here. And as I was mentioning last time, this show is also on CWC, which is a free app. I'm not getting paid by them or anything. I just want people to know that Girlfriends is available on there, and you can watch it for free. It's down there as the CW Seed. It's part of the CW. And also BT Her is showing some seasons on right now. I don't remember what season they're showing right now. And then you get the whole series, the DVDs. You can get them. I'm going to say the Flash. You can get them online, anywhere from $3 to $20. The whole series is all for $39 on Amazon. We're good. Thanks so much for watching the show. I'm on JLJ Media. I'm James Lott Jr. Follow me at James Lott Jr. everywhere. Twitter is James Lott Jr. 1. If you want to see anything that's to do with the show, let me know. Write it in the comments. Wherever you see the show or hear the show, like, subscribe, comment. Tell me how much you love it, how much you hate it, tell me whatever you want to tell me. Any suggestions? I'm working on some stuff behind the scenes for the show, so just stay tuned for that. So if you follow me everywhere, then you'll know. Share this with anybody who loves the show Girlfriends. We want the show back. We're trying to get a movie. We're trying to get a Girlfriends movie. For me personally, I'm trying to get like a Girlfriends limited series, like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 episodes, like Gilmore Girls did. Let's get something back. The girls said they're open to it. Let's get them in, and let's have a continuation. The show is unceremoniously tapped out before its time. It was a top-rated show when it was let go after 8 seasons. I understand. I'm James Lott Jr. Everyone, please stay safe, wash your hands, and Black Lives Matter.